we got some more head. Look at that. Hey, what's up, you guys? Miss Prime here doing another Marvel Legends toy review on the San Diego Comic-Con 2013 Thunderbolts box set Satana figure. Not to be confused with Satana right over here from DC. Gotta give a big thanks to MarvelousNews.com. Be sure to check them out. They are the #1 source for all Marvel-related news. And if you're trying to pick up the latest Marvel Legends, be sure to go to Big Bad Toy Store.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
So this figure right here, not my favorite figure of the set. Pretty sexy figure, I might add. I mean, it is a little bit sexy. I mean, look at that. You know, like the pose I got with the toes pointing down like that. Pretty good. And she's got the chesties all kind of showing right there. I mean, it is a sexy looking figure, but she is not the funnest to pose. She's got really big hands, and this cape is, you know, you can take the cape off, so that's pretty cool. I do appreciate how they sculpted the hair moving forward like this. I do like the brown shading in there. Looks very nice. I love this head sculpt. This is a very, very beautiful face sculpt for a female figure. You know, the same one that we got on the Moonstone. So, if, you know, if they're going like that, or you can have them go, what the... And they did a nice job on the chichas right over here. Looks very nice. The hands. This is a part of the figure that I really don't like. I feel like her hands are way too big. Like I said, this is the same body mold, same face sculpt as the Moonstone. I just think the fingers just came out way too long on the Satana. And then plus, it's like she's got this kind of funny magic pose that, you know, it's pretty cool, and it gets even cooler like that. Whoa. So she has the same exact positioning on both hands. They really do look like Edward Scissorhands or something over here. I do appreciate the belly button sculpted over there. Just a very sexy look on this figure. I mean, come on, you can't just help but stare. It does get a little weird when you start posing it because she does have the diaphragm joint right there. The legs came out okay. For some reason on this figure, I feel like the sculpting doesn't really line up at this thigh cut right over here. I just feel like this is just positioned kind of weird. The rest of the figure, you know, it's the same thing as Moonstone. And here's the back side of the figure right here. No tramp stamp like the Moonstone figure, but still very good looking sculpt. Pretty nice looking cape. Very hellish kind of spikes coming down here at the bottom. Nice shading on the cape. So inside here we have some black shading. Looks pretty cool. It's kind of a stiff cape. Wish it was a little bit more pliable, but oh well, what are you going to do? And it has this nice texture over here. It's not too bad. Then you can see the top of it right over here, and it does have the Thunderbolts logo right there in gold. So for any of you customizers, you know, you can just pop her head off, pop her head off. You could switch things around. We could see a blonde Satana. That's kind of neat. Or we could see a Moonstone with dark hair. It's, you know, alright. It's a big deal. But put the cape right back on here and just see how... I just feel like the cape is just pushing her head forward too much, and it's very irritating for me. So I don't know if I'm going to have her displayed with the cape on or off yet. I don't know. I tend to lean a little bit more towards the capeless version, I guess. So aside from the figure turning me on like crazy, I do really like the articulation of it, minus the head right over here, which you can half it on this ball peg, but it's kind of tricky. It doesn't really help. And when you move side to side, it's got this weird angle to it. She does have ball jointed shoulders that move outward, they move forward. She has a bicep swivel. She has single jointed elbow. It also rotates like no papi. And she has a wrist that move down, they move up, and you can swivel right over there. She has her diaphragm joint. Like I said, it does look kind of weird when you start twisting this around. I really wish she had a waist joint, because that looks just kind of funny with the flesh tone changing right there. I mean, that's just not how people move, but you can have her pivot like this, which is cool, and she moves forward a little bit and she moves back a little bit more. They did continue the paint, so the flesh tone does keep going back there, which I do appreciate. She has cool thigh joints that are pervert proof, like I had mentioned with the Moonstone figure. You can only move them out that way. You can move them forward just fine. She has an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. She has feet that can move down, they move up, and the gorgeous ankle pivot. Finally, a great ankle pivot on the female figures from Marvel Legends. I absolutely love it. She has peg holes at the bottom of her feet as well. And Satana stands just a little over 6 inches tall at the top of her head. And I guess with those horns coming out of the top of her cape, that's like about 6.5. And here she is compared to the rest of the figures of the Thunderbolts set. So next one is Crossbones, which will be the final figure of this review. I really do like this figure. She will be easy to pose on flight stands. So if you have a flight stand, you just jam it up there and you can have her, you know, hovering around and doing her Edward Scissorhands poses and stuff like that. It's not too bad, not too bad. So I like the figure. I think it's very, very sexy. Gotta thank again, MarvelousNews.com. Check them out. Link is in the description below. And I hope you guys like my review, and I will catch you later. Peace. For some reason on this... God dang it. Okay,